Greetings, grasshoppers. This is your RJ. Welcome to the Bot Signal, where we talk all the time about messenger bots. Basically, I'm obsessed. My name is RJ Redden, and this is the Black Belt Bots page. If you're watching from elsewhere in the universe, and you want to join me and make comments here, click the link in the top of the description there, and bring it on home so I can see what you're saying and answer your questions. We're going to have a great discussion today because today, usually what I talk about on this show is how to make a great bot, how to make a great experience, how to add those little touches that make people feel seen and feel cared about and feel like they're having a one-on-one private conversation with you. That's all well and good. But today we're going to flip the camera around. Well, not literally, but we are going to flip it around and talk about bad bots. Oh, you know they're out there. They're out there. We're going to talk about some specific kinds of bots that are bad bots. And we're also going to talk about the consequences. What happens to you when you have a bad bot? What can happen to you, both in terms of return on investment and Facebook, because they are governing this thing and they are not afraid to govern hard. All right. So here we go. By the way, if you are one of those people who must watch this show, and I so appreciate you, and you don't want to miss one, if you type live right in the comments there, and it doesn't matter if you do this during the show or during the replay, type live in the comments and you'll get a reminder every time I go online. So, can't miss that. Very good. Lindsay Badger is here. Happy Thursday to you, Lindsay. Welcome to the show. I am happy that you could join us today. So today, bad bots, babies. You know they're out there. It's been a year. It's been a year since I've gotten into this bot gig. Bots have been out. They were kind of officially released about 2 years ago at the Facebook Developers Conference is when they really started pushing it out there in the world. So there's some bad bots out there. Bots that don't answer questions, bots that are, bots that are ridiculous. So why are we going to talk about this today? Why are we not going to spend the time educating you on how to build a better bot? Well, today, it's because sometimes bad teachers are the best teachers. Bad examples, rather, are the best teachers. For me, that is absolutely true. Corinder's here. Hey. Oh, wow. I named my bot Everybody. I just got it. That's awesome. Denny, that's awesome. Welcome to the show, Denny. Good to see you. So, everybody. So bad examples are the best teachers. I will give you an example of that right now. I went back to school some years ago to get a different degree, because the theater degree, it wasn't stunningly lucrative. So I went back for some more stuff and I took some computer science classes. Now, computer science ain't my bag. Writing code ain't my bag. And I knew it. And I knew this class was going to be hard. So I girded up for this thing. And, I stepped into my first Java class, which is a code that, one of those codes that runs the universe, right? And I had a terrible experience with the teacher. I did. He was one of those people that just knew code so well, and it just made so much logical sense to him that he couldn't explain to me how it worked. It was really a difficult situation. But through that situation, I was able to kind of step back from it and say, why is this so difficult? Why is this teaching style not something I'm responding to? I was able to kind of, take a step back, analyze, and it really, that terrible class that I did pass, by the way, terrible class shaped the kind of teacher that I am today. because it taught me how not to be. Sometimes you'll learn a lot from the people who are saying this is how to be. Sometimes how not to be is more instructive. So that's why we're focusing on this today. Gonna be a great show. So first, so there are 4 bots I'm going to talk about. 4 bad bots. The first, the OneNote bot. Me. Okay, listen. If you've got a bot out there that you are currently scrolling past in your inbox, I know I've got a few, that every time they are broadcasting to you, it is about, hey, guess what I'm doing now? Hey, guess what I'm doing now? And you know, I mean, we're not dummies here. When you are building a bot, you are broadcasting to humans who are able to smell an offer a mile away. And so the me bots, the ones that are just gonna keep giving you an offer after offer after offer, they're gonna talk about them every single time. That's a bad bot, kids. That's not a conversation anymore. That's a one-sided, I'm going to tell you about me for the next 20 minutes or until you either need to get a new drink or fake a heart attack to get away from me. You know, at a party, that is a situation that nobody wants to be in. In a messenger bot, no one wants to be me'd to. So that's kind of the first sign of a bad bot. Now, sometimes people kind of get shades of this in their own bot, not intentionally at all. But do this in the 20 minutes that I recommend per day. Check out your last broadcasts. Now, I don't mean necessarily subscription broadcasts like mine. If you type live in the comments, you'll never miss another show because I'll send you a reminder every time. Sending reminders is one thing. But coming in with, this is my new offer, this is my new class, this is what I'm doing now, every single time. If you look back at the history of your broadcasts, and ManyChat will give you this. ManyChat's what I recommend for software folks. ManyChat will give you a little record of your broadcasts. If you look back at the last 5, and they were all about you and what you're doing, you may want to vary that up. In fact, let me just be blunt. You'll want to vary that up. Because people also like to talk about them. People also like to make the conversation about them. It can't be about you the whole time. People will unsubscribe. Now, I talk about unsubscribing, and it's different than when people unsubscribe an email. Unsubscribing is really kind of a blessing in bots because now that's one more person you don't have to, they don't, you know, for whatever reason, they're not clicking with what you're saying. They're not resonating with you. It's probably a good thing, but don't let it be the situation that people unsubscribe because they were sort of interested at one point, but you me'd them right out the door. Don't let that happen because that's a shame. They clicked on your bot. They subscribed for a reason. They had to opt in. Sometimes Facebook makes you opt in a couple times. They wanted to hear what you had to say at one point. Make the conversation about them too, and they'll stick around. Chris Ann, hello. How you doing? Great to see you. Thank you, Danny Van. I believe that you're awesome as well. Very good. So OneNote bots, check for OneNotism, people. You don't let that go. The next one is black hole bots. Okay. I've run into quite a few of these. I've run into these from people who are touted to be awesome bot makers. Black hole bots are the ones that give you no response to questions or to attempts to start a conversation on your end. And there's no talk to human button in the whole bot. I talked about the talk to human button a couple shows back. You can find it on my blog page, on my website. You can find it in my videos wherever you watch them. Talk to human button is so very important to give people an option to just page you. But when you've got a black hole bot, it's like It's a bot that's having a conversation with itself. It's like really all you're present for is to hit the buttons. I once had a relative who was like this. Loved seeing me, said she always wanted to see me, but then I would sit down and she would talk at me for 6 hours. And all I would do is say uh-huh once in a while so she would know I was not dead. I fantasized sometimes about a cardboard cutout and just a recording. We all know those people. Don't be that. Don't be that in your bot. When you make a bot, make there be room for people to ask questions. Make it so that the bot notifies you on the back end. That's my favorite thing. If you hit summon RJ in my bot, it notifies me immediately. I might be in a meeting, I may be doing something fantastic, but I will come around and get back to you. It doesn't matter. I will come around and get back to you. That notification in the background is something that's very powerful. People feel cared about and seen, and that's all you want in a bot. So black hole bots, be there to respond for questions in conversation. Monica the bot master. Love it. Very good. Jason's here. Yo to you as well, my friend. What's the difference between ManyChat and Chatfuel? You know what, Corinder, that's a longer conversation, I think. And honestly, the main difference for me was user friendliness. Chatfuel turned me off. So if you want a deep discussion of the features, go to the ManyChat community and they will help you there. Chris Ann says, I love it when you and Steven co-host together. Awesome content always. Oh, and yesterday was a scorcher. If you missed that one, that was exciting. Now I'm a tech geek, so maybe it was a little too exciting to me, but catch yesterday's show if you can. We're building the live video hub bot online. It's very fun. Okay, I think I'm caught up with the comments. So black hole bots, and here's an experience I've had recently. Got onto someone's bot. This person's kind of a big famous person, and they are, they have kind of a big following, and they had this bot, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice. And they were doing this little challenge that sounded fun and interesting. But I got on the bot, kind of checked out the first run of messages, which is always kind of the intro. And then at the end of it, I made a comment. I said, that was a pretty nice intro. I was starting a conversation. Nothing never happened. There is something that you can set in ManyChat that will make it so that anytime somebody types in there that is not a prompt, that it will open a conversation with you. And I have that checked on. In my bot because I want people to start conversations with me. It's what it's all about. So very good. Here's another kind of bot that's a bad bot. Copy pasta bot. Copy pasta, for those of you who don't know, is neither the name of a pasta dish nor the name of my new band. Copy pasta is this. It is copying something from one corner of the internet and pasting it into another corner of the internet. And so a lot of people, and this is not necessarily, again, intentional on their parts, but people sometimes will take, an email and copy it into their bot and send that thing out there. Sometimes people will take, people work up bot templates all the time. I've got bot templates that I work from, but people will sometimes take that template content and just put it out there and not personalize it at all and not make it about them and their message. Okay, let me tell you this. Messenger has done so well because when we look at that icon, we trust it and we expect to talk to people that we care about. The people we care about are filled with character. It's not hugely formal and robotic language. It's not vague. It's personal. And so when you copy and paste someone else's stuff and don't, off a template or whatever, and you don't make it your own, you don't give it any personality of your own, it's going to come off as either blah, or it's going to come off as weird, off-putting in some way. It won't be very memorable to people because it's, a template. It's meant to be bland. It's meant for you to take it and plug it into somewhere and zhuzh it up. Zhuzh, totally a word. All right. Copy pasta bots. This is something that it's difficult. It's difficult to deal with. Please never copy an email and put it into a bot. An email is a lecture. A bot is a conversation. And if you have some templates or whatever that you're working from, put your personality in there, your own images, your own way that you speak. Make it your brand. If you've got a personal brand out there, all the better. Make it fit your personality as well. But do you. In a bot, you need to do you. If you don't, then that is something that people will just scroll past. Okay, very good. Don't be a copycat. Yes, that is absolutely true. So next bot that you need to look out for and avoid when you can is Jeeves bot. Okay. Jeeves. We all know Jeeves. Jeeves is an incredibly formal bot. Formal, lots and lots of big words, lots and lots of jargon, way too formal, way too impersonal. You just don't want a bot that sounds like a robot. You don't. Again, your language, your personality, your stuff. Because really, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is strike up some connections with people. Not everybody I've ever met, I've connected with. Okay. Some people are going to look at their personality in the bot and go, I don't mesh with that. And they're going to scroll on past. Yes, that's totally fine. But the more you put into it, the more people that will go, I want to hear from that voice again. I want to hear him talk about this again. I want to hear her perspective on this. So many people teach, so many people teach across the world. Why would anybody pick me to teach them about bots? There are 1,000 people who are teaching stuff I don't know about bots. It's because you resonate with the personality. So when you're writing the bot, don't write Jeeves in, write Jeeves out. He's a nice guy, but he can go get paid somewhere else, not in your bot. Okay, so consequences of having a poorly written bot or a badly written bot or something that gasp goes against Facebook terms, service. Consequences are this. First of all, your return on investment will be nothing. Your ROI on a bot that uses one of these methods primarily, your ROI is going to be pretty low. For me, it's not, you can get on ManyChat right now, get the pro account. I always say get the pro account, and I'm not affiliate, so I don't make any money on that. Pro account's $10 a month. Start writing it. You know what I mean? You can do that today. It's not a huge amount of money, but I want you to make the investment of time. If you're going that way, I want you to make the investment of time. I want you to avoid all of these bad bots. Here's another thing. If you're thinking about writing a bot or getting into bots at all for yourself, subscribe to some bots. There's a place called botlist.com. You can get on there and start experimenting and subscribing to bots that look interesting to you. Think about the things that make them good. Think about the things that make them bad, and learn from those experiences. This medium, this bot thing, this is only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. Augmented reality is coming. Don't know what that's going to look like. pretty soon we're all going to be wearing headsets anyway. But there's a lot of stuff coming. It's only going to get bigger and better, this platform. And so you wanna kind of have some experience with some bots and what they do and stuff you can adopt and stuff you need to throw out. So first of all, consequences of writing a bad bot. Your ROI is going to be just about nothing. Nobody, bots have been out now for a little while. It's no longer, oh, I'm talking to a company. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I can order a pizza right here. People are kind of getting used to this now. This is no longer the honeymoon period. Is beginning to end. And that's actually a wonderful thing. But people aren't as impressed by bots as they, because it's not brand new anymore. But that also means that there's a lot of stuff out there that people have learned to recognize and start to avoid. So second kind of consequence of writing a bad bot, accidentally, obviously, is Facebook Facebook, sometimes they're a little draconian about their stuff, shutting down things and whatnot. Sometimes they give people plenty of warnings, sometimes they don't. Hey, they're Facebook, they own this land. Nothing we can do about this. And so stay on Facebook's good side. I've got a class. It's a lot of video, babies. If you like this, you'll love my class, because that's what it is, along with lots of tutorials. But it covers Facebook terms of service, and staying within that stuff, you want to start a conversation. You want to respond to people's questions. You don't want to be a black hole bot. You don't want to be a copy pasta. You want you to be in there, answering questions, serving people, treating it as a communication channel, and not just, oh, look, I copied this person's 7-step system to greatness, and now I'm going to set it and forget it. Don't do that. Don't do that. You will be very disappointed in the results. So, very good. If you've got questions, type them down there for me, because I'm always about questions. And especially if you've got questions about bad bots or an experience to share or something, because we want to kind of add to the wealth here. We want to add to the pool of knowledge. And so if you've had an experience with a bad bot, do let me know about it. I love bots. I love them so much. I probably have 15 in my inbox right now, just hanging out for me to play with. But I've had great experience. I've had bad experiences as well. And so you want to make yours great. Obviously, don't be a black hole bot. Don't. That's been really essential for me. Just turning on that little toggle switch that's kind of hidden back in your settings that will allow anything that people type in that field. The minute that somebody types in there, that's starting a conversation with me, even if they're just typing something, even if it looks like gobbledygook and there might have been a pocket dial or something. I don't care. I want to know. I want to know when people are trying to get a hold of me. So very good. That's what's going on sort of this week for the topic. This week going on in the shop, we are building a crazy bot for Live Video Hub. If you're a live streamer and you're not on the hub, get a hold of me. We'll talk about this, because I think it's a great opportunity for live streamers, for discoverability of live streamers, and live streaming shows, and a great amount of audience connection. Stephen and I are madly building a bot in the background, and so that's been going on huge in the shop this week. Thank you, Master Bot. I've also been working with some really awesome people this week. Jason, you're in that pool, my friend. Been working with Jason this week, and we've been having a ball, and just started up a new deal this morning with some folks. It's a brand new group. It's a brand new kind of turning networking on its head group. And I cannot wait to write their bot because it's going to engage their group a lot and make it grow, which is what we all want. RJ Masterbot, you guys are so funny. I don't know what I'd do without you. So it's been a really busy week in the bot shop this week. I've just been turning out stuff, a lot of it for the Live Hub bot, which we hope to have out really, really soon. We've got 134 broadcasters. We're shooting for 200. And Steven, because he's the mastermind of everything, is off building specialty hubs probably as we speak, unless he's recording a Udemy class or watching this show. Anyway, that's what's been going on. Plans for next week, really about the same. More Live Hub bot, and we'll be able to show that to you. That show does go out on this page on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. So that's that's something that we do every week. And I'll probably start including reminders with those as well, honestly, because I think people want to watch that. So very good. If you want to catch all of these, again, just type live in the comments. If you want to jump into a chatbot, if you've never had that experience before and you want to check out mine, go to checkoutmybot.com. I know. I name everything like that. Whatever. It's cute. It makes me happy. So there we go. Go to checkoutmybot.com, and that'll put you into my chatbot, and you'll be able to kind of experience that stuff for yourself. And if you ever have questions, I'm available for a 30-minute AMA. Actually, it's an ARJA because it's an Ask RJ Anything about bots. I love having those conversations. I love to see where people's knowledge is at. I get just as much out of it as you do. So do sign up if you want to do that. That's all available in my bot. And, Teresa says, you guys inspired me to work on a hub. You need a hub, woman. Teresa, that thing's gonna be awesome. For educators especially. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Jason says we getting down with the bots. That's wonderful. Jason, well, I don't know where he's been all my life. But finally we are together and get to work on a project. That's awesome stuff. Stacy says RJ chats are the best. Poor Stacy. I've been that woman's ear about everything. So very good. So do come on into the bot, and you can subscribe to the live streams. You can take the mini course on bots. You can talk to me directly. Everything's possible for you. Thank you for being here. And that's all for this week. And I will see you in a bot.